The night we moved into our beautiful secluded home on the outskirts of the city, something felt off. The air was thick with an unspoken tension, the kind that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand on end. The house was almost too quiet, its silence oppressive, as if it were holding its breath. My wife, Sarah, and I had no idea that this seemingly perfect home would soon become a gateway to a world of unspeakable horror and mystery. Little did we know that our dream house was about to turn into a living nightmare. Things started to change gradually. At first, it was small things, objects moving on their own, strange noises at night, and a faint light appearing and disappearing in the corners of the house. I thought it was just my imagination or perhaps some mice. But over time, the phenomena grew stronger and stranger. One night, I woke up to Sarah's screams. I ran to the bedroom to find her standing in front of the mirror, pointing at something invisible. She said she saw a shadow moving behind her. In the following days, the phenomena worsened. The lights would flicker and turn off by themselves, and the noises became more intense and frightening. One night, I woke up to find Sarah sitting in the dark, talking to someone who wasn't there. Her voice was low and eerie, as if she were under the influence of something supernatural. I tried to wake her, but she didn't respond. Suddenly, she stopped talking and stared at me with empty eyes. We decided to try to understand what was happening. We called in an expert on paranormal phenomena who confirmed that something unnatural was happening in our home. We tried performing rituals to cleanse the house, but to no avail. The phenomena grew worse, doors slamming shut, objects being thrown across rooms, and threatening messages written in blood appearing on the walls. While flipping through some old photos, I noticed something strange. In one of the pictures, Sarah looked different, much younger. I began searching the archives and found a death certificate for Sarah dated 5 years ago. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My wife was right next to me. How could she be dead? I was filled with dread and confusion, and I needed to uncover the truth. I decided to confront Sarah with the truth. At first, she denied it, but as I pressed and presented more evidence, she began to reveal horrifying facts. She said she had died years ago in an accident, but her spirit returned to live with me because she couldn't leave me. She loved me deeply, but her presence in this world brought dark forces and strange phenomena with it. I had to make a difficult decision. I loved Sarah madly, but I couldn't live in this constant terror. With the help of the spiritual expert, we decided to perform a final cleansing ritual to release Sarah's spirit from our world forever. The farewell was painful, but she promised me she would always be with me, even if I couldn't see her. The ritual was successful, and peace returned to the house. After Sarah's spirit left, the house returned to normal. I started living my life as usual, believing the nightmare was over. But a few weeks later, I began having strange dreams. In the dreams, Sarah came to warn me about something. Then the mysterious phenomena returned, but this time more aggressively. Things took a more terrifying turn. One night, I woke up to the sound of screams coming from the basement. I went down to find dim lights and moving shadows. I felt an evil presence in the house. I tried contacting the spiritual expert again, but he had mysteriously disappeared. I realized I was in a battle with a dark force beyond my capabilities. I began seriously investigating the history of the house and the events that occurred there. I discovered that the house had been haunted by an evil spirit for decades and that the entity we lived with wasn't Sarah, but a dark being masquerading as her to exploit our love. The spirit sought to control my life and drain my energy. I decided to face this dark entity alone. I gathered all the information I could find on exorcising evil spirits and prepared myself for the final confrontation. On a stormy night, I began the ritual. Shadows moved around me, and terrifying sounds echoed through the house. I felt a tremendous pressure on my chest, but I didn't give up. At a crucial moment, Sarah's true spirit appeared and stood by my side. Thanks to our love and combined strength, we managed to banish the dark entity for good. Peace returned to the house, but I knew that our love had been the key to surviving this horror. Sarah's spirit lived on peacefully and remained with me as a guardian angel, watching over me and protecting my life from any future mysterious phenomena. My life had seemed perfect, but it turned into a nightmare I couldn't wake from. Horror and mystery surrounded me, and the only thing I knew was that love can sometimes be a gateway to worlds we should never approach. Let me know in comments if you like it, and don't forget to like and subscribe.